But ask the animals, and they will teach you, or the birds in the sky, and they will tell you, or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, or let the fish in the sea inform you. Which of all these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this? In his hand is the life of every creature and the breath of all mankind. Job 12:7-10.
Hey everyone, back at the farm today for another prep video. So we're just going to continue on getting some work done here today. So I've got my weed eater with me today, brought from home. So I'm going to fine tune this deer trail that I put in the last time, and so I'm going to begin here and then work my way up to that food plot. And let's see what else we got on the agenda today. My dad and I are going to get the 2 food plots sprayed today, as well as I'm going to see about where I'm going to put in the new balcony blind this year. Maybe might weed eat right in that area, just kind of get the weeds knocked down. That way I know where it's going to go. Maybe might even dig some post holes today. I don't know exactly what I want to get into, but we're just going to get some stuff done today and have fun with it. All right, everybody. So here is the old balcony blind. So when I referred to earlier that I was going to be building a new balcony blind, this is what it's going to look like. So I'm actually not going too far with it, but yeah, it's just a ground blind on top of a little platform. That's all it is. So exactly what I'm going to be building. Got my trusty partner with me today. This is my yellow lab, April. So she's tagging along today. This is where I'm going to be putting the new balcony blind. It's only about 40 yards from the original balcony blind, and there's a deer feeder here also, which is going to end up getting moved. But this overlooks the CRP, so I think it's going to be potentially a really good spot. There's actually a deer trail right out here where the deer cut through pretty much the middle of the CRP. Alrighty, y'all. So hopefully you can see me. I'm sure there's freaking poison ivy in here somewhere, but just gonna go ahead and work along kind of here clearing a box. You're gonna see April running around. I'm just gonna clear a little box here, and I guess it's just where the balcony blind's gonna be. So follow along here. Watch out, April. I'd say that's a good start. I'll have to come back with some clippers, clip down these little bits of honeysuckle that my weed eater ain't going to get, but I'd say that's as far back as I'm going to go because there's some pretty hefty rocks right there. This is actually much wider than I'm going to need it to be, and some of these branches need removed, and our old buddy stands right there, so that thing needs moved as well. But yeah, I'd say it looks good for now. Gives me an idea and probably here in a couple weeks I might be able to start construction on it. So hey, what's going on, everybody? So I'm back at the farm today for some more prep work. So this is going to tie in with another video I've got. I just checked on one food plot to see how dry it was. It's a little dry, but I'm going to go ahead and disc it up today, as well as this next food plot I'm going to go look at. And I want to begin some construction for the new balcony blind. And I'm planning on getting that deer feeder moved to an isolated location that's just outside of one of our key bedding areas. And then I'm planning on cutting in a trail connecting that deer feeder to the one of our bottom food plots. Just that way, gives a little travel route for the deer. Okay, so I've got the tractor ready here. Got the old Ford. So here's that plot. It's going in sunflowers this year, not specifically for the deer. But anyways, just gonna go ahead and get this disced up, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit the other plot back there as well for the soybeans. So that's completed. I think moving forward, this plot is going to get sprayed again, and then it'll probably get disced again all before it gets planted. But can probably shoot, I don't know, maybe spray it next week, and then the following week go ahead and plant it. I'm kind of worried about getting in these soybeans so late. Again, they're not to consume, they're for the deer. But you know, I noticed like some of the farmers' beans, they're pretty short yet. I think we'll be okay. And here in Ohio, it's been staying warmer and warmer later and later. I think we'll be okay. So this plot's finished up though, and yeah, I'll go hit this soybean plot. All right, everybody. I think I'm ready to go here, finally set up. I've got that deer feeder with me, and I'm just going to try to explain to you a little bit like what's going on here. So there is, you probably can't see in the camera, but there is an old trail that we have here that cuts down to one of our food plots. It's not been well maintained, but I just walked it and it looks pretty good, minus fallen ash tree in there. So I'm just going to cut some limbs around it here in a little bit, but onto the feeder. I'm going to take the weed eater and cut just a very small opening here that I can maintain throughout the summer so I can go in and out and fill corn. Now I'm on the edge of a bedding area here. So I'm not trying to put this feeder any deeper and closer to their core bedding area than I have to. But something when it comes to deer feeders, right? You know, you want to kind of stick away from putting a deer feeder right out in an open field or in a vulnerable spot. And I wouldn't call this right here a vulnerable spot because we've kind of got a mowed path right here. But I'm going to refrain from putting the deer feeder like on this edge. I thought about it. I'm going to go deeper with it. That way, we're tucked back in the woods, a little bit more protected. So I'm going to take this deer feeder. I'm going to punt it in about 15 feet here. And it should be a pretty good area. There's plenty of honeysuckle around there and some young saplings that I can get cams on, or, you know, start a mock scrape, whatever. But yeah, I guess that's my course of action right now. I'm going to weed eat a little bit, put the deer feeder in, cut some limbs. Now I'm just going to focus on getting some of these trimmed. Not too much. I'm not trying to make it look like I've been here in their home, you know what I'm saying? But like, just a little bit of trimming, you know, make it easier on me when I have to come in here and fill up a deer feeder. All right, everybody. So next step on today's to-do list is going to be to get this deer feeder moved. So I'm out in the CRP right now. This is where we had the deer feeder last year, and this is where I had pictures of Captain Kool-Aid, which is really cool. So this is kind of tough to move this, only because I know that if he is still alive, this is a known area for him to come back to this season, but just going to move on with it. And I'm actually going to be moving this up to another thicket just right outside of a key bedding area. And the plan is to not be hunting over a bait pile. I definitely believe in baiting for deer, and as you saw in a video from last year, you know, we definitely did hunt over some corn, but this year I want to focus on, you know, really just being more natural with it, and really just diving into the hunt itself instead of hunting over a bait pile. So my plan this year is to move this feeder somewhere where the deer feel comfortable getting to it, and I'm actually just going to cut a trail in that connects it to one of our food plots, where I'll have a blind set up later this year. So, you know, essentially instead of hunting the deer, you know, eating corn, I'll be hunting the deer that are going to the corn pile. So with any luck, we'll see some deer using that trail this year. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to get this loaded up into the side-by-side and get it moved. I think I've planned on starting to run corn in the feeder in August or September. I don't know. I think I might do some research and start a little bit earlier, only because I know right now that the bucks, they definitely need some extra food sources in their life, because, you know, it's not like any of the corn or beans are ready to eat yet, especially with them growing their antlers. So I might try to look for some antler stimulants, and as well as you know, the does with fawns need it. Mothers need food to produce their milk for their fawns. So yeah, I think I might begin running corn maybe this next month. We'll see. So I know you can't see it. There's actually a really huge deer trail run right there and coming through there, and then we've got this trail here. So all I'm doing is creating a big old intersection here. All right, everybody. So as you can see, this is part of that trail. Like I said, there's this fallen ash tree here. So I'm just gonna, you know, I didn't bring a chainsaw with me, so I ain't gonna cut like this whole thing out. But I've got a handsaw and some clippers, so I'm just gonna trim some of this up, see what I can get moved, and you know, if anything, deer can go over it. So see how this goes real quick. So up and over that ash tree I went, and I'm just going to take this weed eater, knock down some of these weeds, and I can already see the opening here to the food plot, so which isn't mowed, by the way. Not yet, but yeah, just going to knock down these weeds, and this will be finished up and be on to the next project. So just booking right along today. Well, the weed eater decided we were done, and I don't have any backup string for this sucker. So, yeah, stay tuned. We will go do something else. Just went and took some measurements on the old balcony blind. So I'm going to begin here with the spot on the new balcony blind. I'm going to get some of these little saplings and a little bit of honeysuckle trimmed out here real quick with the clippers and handsaw. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on and get a couple of post holes dug here. So the original balcony blind is a 7x7, and the post on there about 6 foot tall. So I'm not for sure how deep they are in the ground. You know, we could go 12 inches, maybe up to 1.5 feet, I'm thinking. I've got a 15-foot long post up there, and so I'm thinking, you know, obviously I'll cut that sucker in half, and we'll either sink these 1 foot deep or 1.5 feet. But I'm just going to get these post hole started with the post hole digger today, and later on I'll finish it off with the auger and the tractor, and then we'll get those concreted in. So it's super simple design. You've got two posts essentially in the middle on the outsides, and a 7x7 box. And it's just, all it is a platform, and we're going to put a ground blind on top of it and strap it down. And yeah, I don't know, ought to be pretty good. Comes off of this little knob here in the CRP. The deer have got a trail working right down the middle here. The problem with our old balcony blind was that usually the deer coming and going out of the CRP were coming here, which it's about 40-50 yards away from the original balcony blind. That's why I'm moving it. And if I can get away with making it a little bit taller, because there are some extra posts up there, I might go ahead and do that and just give us that extra advantage this hunting season. It's going to be definitely interesting, because I know my old man is planning on, we're going to do a fall burn on the CRP this year. It's been a while since it's been burned, so you know, it's probably going to be way different for the deer. But you know, this used to be a crop field before my folks put it in the CRP. And you know, after the crops were harvested every year, you could see these deer coming from 400 yards away, which was awesome. I'm not for sure, now that the deer are used to the CRP, how they're going to feel about it being gone this year and it being open again. It's going to be a really interesting deer season, particularly for this spot here. All right, everybody. I think that's all I'm gonna dig today. Got them at least a little over half a foot, so that's just a good start. And now I know where they're at when it comes time to put the auger on the tractor. So this is gonna wrap up today's video, everybody. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. Definitely put in some good work today. So I don't know, I'd say next video, look forward to definitely hopefully respraying the plots, probably disking them up again, and getting them planted. And hopefully next time I'll actually work on getting some stands down, more construction on the balcony blind, and all around just some fun stuff. So appreciate y'all sticking with me. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and remember, stick with it.